there. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am so happy and I'm so honored to have you today on the spotlight. Welcome, ChiChi Iro. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Thank you,
So,
Queen.
tell our audience who you are and what you do.
My name is ChiChi Iro, and if you ask what I do, I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
I'm a mother of four sons. My husband's wife, most especially. I am a motivational speaker, an author, a disability advocate, and a health coach.
Wow.
They're all things that I do that give me, well, make a living or that keep me going. But if you ask what I do in terms of my purpose, I'm a woman that was born into purpose. I came into life knowing fully well what I was meant to do. And unlike most people that had to search for their purpose, I came with mine and I've walked in it ever since.
Wow, I love it. I first came upon a post that was shared on, Facebook. Facebook has done so much in terms of connecting me to awesome people like yourself.
Yeah,
And I read the message and I was so inspired with your story,
yeah,
with your courage, with
yeah,
your inspiration. You were just amazing. That despite the fact that you were born with a disability, you did not allow that to stop you from accomplishing what you wanted to accomplish. You didn't allow yourself to be a victim, whether it was your mom or your family members, and of course your husband and your beautiful children, that you tap into their energy. You did not allow any of that to set you back. And you continue to inspire me every time I read or come across your posts. I get so excited, and I've been wanting to have this moment with you. So thank you for being able to do that. Thank you.
thank, thank you.
So tell me a little bit about what keeps you up and what makes you keeps you inspired. What inspires you?
I think just the life itself, because when you are born into the kind of circumstances that I was born into, every day is a gift. So I get up wanting to take advantage of the day as it unfolds, and also remembering that there are, thousands of people that are counting on me, on my strength. So those are the things that keep me going.
That's awesome. And what is the name of the condition that you were born with?
I was born with cerebral palsy,
Okay.
and I was born severely premature. At
Wow.
9 months, my mom noticed I walked with a very peculiar gait. So with that gait, she kept taking me everywhere to be diagnosed, and that was when they found out I had cerebral palsy.
Wow.
But what cerebral palsy is to me is it's just cosmetic because apart from the fact that it makes me walk with a very awkward gait, like I call it, a very wobbly gait. I have it's not even a limp. I think a limp is better than what I have, but, but the beauty, and I don't know if you will have any questions that will uncover this, is that I really don't know that I have a disability till others tell me.
Oh wow.
So I don't know how I walk. In my mind, I think I walk, like a model.
On a
You know,
catwalk in Paris.
I always say the cat.
I love it.
Yeah, my cat
Wow.
walks in my head all the time. So until somebody stares at me, and sometimes someone stares at me, and I'm like, why? Then I remember, oh, you have a bad leg, So that happens often. So because I'm not aware of that, I get to live life like everybody else, or even better.
Wow. That's amazing. So your mind, you've conditioned your mind or been conditioned from a very young age not to look at yourself the way other people may perceive you, but to look at yourself the way you want to see yourself. And that's
Exactly.
that's very powerful.
and
Wow.
what and what I see. Like I tell people that there are powerful tools that we can use in life. One of them is your mirror. Your mirror is yours. Your mirror reflects what you want it to reflect to you. I've never seen my leg in the mirror. When I go before the mirror, I look at my eyes, I look at my face, I look at my not that.
I
You know,
love it.
I don't look below below the waist because, and that's the thing. I celebrate the great things, and I let the ones I can change be.
I
So
mean, yes.
yeah,
And you grew up in Nigeria, right?
yeah,
So it's a country that doesn't necessarily have all the skills, tools, sensitivity towards people that may be born with a disability. The
yeah,
government does not necessarily cater to, you know, wheelchair accessible things, or even disability, any kind of disability, whether it's a mental health thing. It's not, they're not, it's not really, there's not an organization, at least when we're growing up, I don't know about now, that really, really caters to that. So you get probably a lot of people who were very mean growing up, and just dismissive, and not really
yeah,
looking at you as a person with potential or purpose, but just putting you in a box, in a, you know, I can only imagine, because growing up I noticed that a lot of kids were very mean and very insensitive. I had, I wouldn't call it a disability, but I had some quote unquote cosmetic issues growing up, where as a young, at a young age, somebody hit me in the teeth in kindergarten, and my teeth fell, or tooth fall fell prematurely, and so for a long time I had a gap, way before it was time for the tooth to start coming
yeah,
down, and it was brutal. It was brutal, and I was just, you know, I felt awkward. I felt, you know, like I wasn't pretty, and I didn't regard myself as the other people. So I can only imagine, you know, eventually when it was, to, you know, eventually sorted out, and some surgical things to bring it down, that I realized, you know, it wasn't. I managed. I survived. I was able to toughen up and not allow those things, you know, like I just, you know, but multiply that by 1,000 or more to what you may have gone through, and at the same time you come out swinging, you come out writing these beautiful write-ups, and just speaking truth, speaking life into your situation. And I
yeah,
mean, when I see your pictures or videos or write-ups, I don't see anyone with any disability. I see
yeah,
you as a warrior. I don't even, I just read to be inspired. Whatever it is that you're writing, I read it to be inspired. And if I was feeling bad about myself for 1 second, I don't deal with that, because I'm like, look at this woman. I
yeah,
have no excuses. You know,
yeah,
nobody should have any excuses. I mean,
yeah.
and
No,
what were you able to do with yourself in Nigeria, and then before you came here? What were you able to do?
growing up in Nigeria was tough, and it was tougher for me because here I am. If I was the regular person with disability that bought into being kept behind closed doors, it would be great. But the problem with me was I challenged even the able. I challenged everyone, and they just couldn't get over me. You
How did
know,
that even start? How did the challenging yourself and others, how did that even start?
I think I came that way knowing who I was, and I give a large part of the credit to my family. My
Awesome.
family. They didn't kind of, as much as it upset them, they allowed me to reign, especially my mom.
That's awesome.
So I wasn't treated any different. You want to know what my nickname is in my family? It's one leg broke. They call me one leg broke. And when they call me that name,
One
other
leg
people
broke. I love it.
like one leg broke. When they call me that name, other people cringe. Like, what are you? Why are you calling her that? They say, oh, she went. Oh, please forget it. But so the thing is, I came that way. I came. I'm writing another bio now, and I
Awesome.
try. I call the story. Well, I what I'm doing now. I'm doing in stories. Telling my story. It all started from my husband reading one of my articles on Facebook, and he said on one of my posts, and he said, "You know what? It's so good because he's my manager. He reads most of them before I post them.
That's so cool.
Yeah, he said it's so good, but can I tell you something?" I said yes. He said, and I was like, "Here we go again." He said, "You write like one without a story, without a journey."
Hmm.
write like you were born to be this person. We both know that's not true. We both know it's been a journey getting here. And it touched me, it touched.
Wow. Wow.
And I noticed from the from the first time I started writing on Facebook, my stories evolved. They evolved once I took that in and decided to heal and bring all the pain up. Bringing the pain up doesn't
Hmm.
mean that I want you to treat me any less than
No,
you're treating.
no.
It means I can tell these stories the way I want to tell them. And I can actually own them. I can own the experiences. They happened to me. They didn't stop me. Somebody may relate to them in the truth if I told them. So I changed the way that I saw these things. And I realized why I wasn't telling the stories better before. Because I still held on to part of the pain. So
Got
when
you.
I that pain, I was able to bring it up and say, it doesn't matter what it is, it's okay, it's okay. I rocked it,
It is
So
okay.
one of the
That's a beautiful, like somebody who has a journey, who had gone through a journey. I
because
love
I know
that.
that I was very comfortable in saying, see, I'm ChiChi, I'm all that, and it doesn't add up.
No.
Have you? Yeah. The next question is, have you always been all that?
How did
And
you
no.
get to all that?
How did you get here? It's been a journey.
I love
I,
it.
I was born in 1967. I rock my age anyway. I don't care.
You
Women say
rock it. You look amazing, girl.
I'm going to be 50 in July. I rock.
Yay!
Yeah, I rock my
Happy
age.
birthday in
Oh,
advance.
thank you. So I say to people, in 1967, Nigeria was a country that was very unforgiving for people with disability.
I can only
Every
imagine, yeah.
that I knew was hidden behind closed doors. I was the one person that challenged what they knew. They saw me um, relate with them. They saw me go to all the schools. They saw me go to law school. They saw me get married and have my sons. I had two of my sons in Nigeria. So I didn't have a role model growing up. I was my own role model. My dreams were my role model. I dreamt all day. I was able to put them, I built my life in my daydreams. And then I looked for the opportunity to bring that daydream to reality. And
Wow.
I've been also been blessed with great friends. I have friends
That's so
that,
beautiful.
if you ask them, oh, what about your friend? They'll say, which one? You say the one with the bad leg. They say, bad leg, bad leg.
They
They
can't
never
even
they don't think about me. Yeah, because they know
beyond
they
that.
come,
I'm like teary-eyed. This story
yes,
is just amazing.
they come to
Wow.
me with every, when they need solution in anything, I'm the one to come to. I tell them how to do most things. So they
You're,
never
you're the
did
rock. They're standing on two legs, and you're with
that.
one, and
Yeah,
however many, and you're like,
yeah,
come to me. You're tried and true.
yeah. And the thing I ask myself, even as I write the book and I uncover so much about myself, because that book healed me. It made me deal with all the stages and figure out who I was through the ages.
Wow.
And one of the things I ask myself, what makes me pick a friend or lose a friend? You know? Any friend that wants to patronize me, any friend that wants to help will not last with me. You know, my friends sometimes they are confused. They're like, okay, she looks like she needs help, but she didn't ask, so we'll pretend we didn't notice. And those are the people I love. If I
Hmm.
need the help, I will ask. If I don't ask, don't offer. And my closest friends know that. They just watch me. Even when I struggle with it, they watch me. They watch me go before them and open the door and hold the door for them. So.
You're
And
something else.
people that don't know what is happening, they're like, why is she waiting for her to open the door? But that's how I
That's who
am.
you are. And what's the title of your book?
And I called it, for now, I may change the title, but I called it Healing Through My Stories.
Okay.
Healing Through My Stories. And it's almost
When do you
there.
plan on publishing?
Hopefully before the end of June.
Okay.
It's
That's awesome.
actually in the process right now.
That's
But
that's awesome.
the book, it healed me first. And I know that through the honesty of the stories, it will heal so many other people,
That's beautiful.
because through the book, I had some questions, I had some deep things I needed to deal with before I heal. Things like the way my mom raised me, some of it didn't quite go well with me,
Okay.
and through the book, I was able to reason why she did what she did the way she did it,
Got you.
so, and I
Got
was
you.
able to find healing and forgiveness and release and everything
That's
through that.
beautiful. Wow. So, what does the next year look like for you? What are you envisioning?
Based on what I'm seeing, what I've seen these past 2 months is, is incredible. But the most important thing for me would be seeing more people find hope and reason to keep going based on my stories and the things that I do. I like to touch people on an individual basis. I'm not really one for big time,
Yeah.
fundraising, or
Yeah.
I just like to touch people just so that they can live their best life.
I love it.
My time is living a challenged life to the fullest.
I love it.
So, call it challenge life any life that cannot live to its full potential for one reason or the other. Because people with physical disability are not the most challenged. I know a lot of physically disabled people that they do incredible things. And
You're
I
absolutely right. Yeah.
and I know a lot of people with perfect limbs, perfect arms, they can't function. You look at them, you're like you're the picture of perfection, and they tell you the struggle.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
so
That's
I
very
really
powerful.
that's the mistake that people make when they talk to me. They think, oh, that lady that speaks for the disabled. No, that's really not my problem. Not for the physically disabled only. I speak for anybody that is searching for that reason to rise above their limitations.
I love
Yeah,
it. I love it.
like
That's beautiful. So it's almost like the only limit that we have are the ones we give ourselves, really.
we're just ones that can
Yeah.
limit ourselves. I say it like this: when the Bible says that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, anything that you do that takes away from that truth is a lie.
I
It
love
means
it.
that you're saying that God lied when He said that about you. So if you're not living to your full potential, you need to check how much of that, you know, verse that you believe in, how much of that truth that you believe in. If you're doing it right, there's no reason the enemy should tell you you can do anything and you will admit and let it.
That's very powerful. So, just before we close, somebody might be watching this, whether they're disabled or whether they're able but they are limited.
Yeah.
Speak to any of those people because I'm already, just so inspired by these few minutes that we've spent. I can only imagine what those who constantly tap into your greatness can gather. So just speak the word, speak into that person, just a few short moments.
All things are possible to those who believe. If you can believe it, if you can dream it, you can have it. Go get it. What's stopping you?
I love it. Thank you so much. I am a fan. I cannot wait to just see the next chapter of your life and keep getting it, girl. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much, Queen. You know I call you my queen.
You are
Thank you.
my Shiro, my personal Shiro. Thank you.
So you'll be my queen, I'll be your hero.
Thank you so
No,
much. God bless you.
you
My
too.
my
Love.
regards to the family. Thank you.
Bye.
Have a
Bye.
good
Bye.
one. Bye.
Bye.